In front of you is a pencil and a dog. Who's the first movie character that pops into your head? Could it be anyone other than John Wick and the anecdote of taking someone to the cemetery with a pencil? Today, let's join Factor back to the assassin world with a prequel in John Wick, and 3 parts of the movie have been premiered. Note: this video is not intended to replace the movie viewing experience, so we encourage you to give up your time and enjoy John Wick to the fullest. In the John Wick prequel, John Wick's past, revealed mainly of his fragmentary memories, as a young boy lived in town El Sauzel, California, USA. That time, when the criminal gang the Three Bills, running a drug deal in El Sauzel, John Wick accidentally stole some of their goods. This angered Vigo's accomplice Adrian, a killer just for fun. When they found out John had stolen, Adrian burned down an entire village. Like there's no one left alive. But John is still lucky to escape and find Vigo to retaliate. In the journey of revenge Vigo, John Wick accidentally found Karen, receptionist at Continental New York Hotel. More about Continental. This is a hotel system serving assassins, catering to all needs, even medical or providing murder weapons. Special. There is a rule that everyone must remember. It is not to kill people on Continental's land. However, it is still partially controlled by the High Table, a supreme council with 12 tycoons from 12 of the most notorious mafia clans in the world. High Table is the place to make laws and monitor the operation of the underworld. Make sure the assassins don't live like a bunch of animals that only know how to kill. Return to John Wick's revenge journey. Not only know Karen, the process of finding and killing Vigo also got him involved in Maria's conspiracy, a female boss who manages a lot of professional assassins, including the target John is aiming for. After killing one of the 3 Vigo, John Wick becomes the Morning Star, also a thorn in the underworld. Every organization wants him on their side but also wants to kill him at the same time. Maria is no exception. She controlled Vigo to indirectly release the chain for the wild beast Calamity so that he could get close to John Wick, in order to make him disappear from the world or make him work for her. At the end of the story John Wick gets his revenge on Vigo, but at the same time fall into the never-ending cycle of death that Maria has spread. The John Wick phenomenon ends in Port El Sauzel. How to choose a bulletproof vest and weapon for the next mission. The above prequel introduces a part of John Wick's past, not a link to the 3 parts that have already been shown in theaters. Because the first part is a movie, the beginning of the moment after John retired 5 years. Start with the event. Son of notorious gangster Vigo meets John Wick at a gas station. See a retired assassin's unique car. Immature guy made the worst decision of his life. That night, he and his accomplices broke into the house and attacked John Wick with the purpose of stealing a car. But they killed John Wick's beloved dog. Too black for the ice cream seller team. When their target is a top assassin in the underworld. Other way, this is not a very sensitive moment for John Wick. When he just lost his beloved wife, because of a serious illness, the dog is exactly the last gift his wife left behind as a companion, to share less loneliness when she's gone. So, when he witnessed dogs being brutally killed, he is determined to take revenge. With Vigo, the boss of Russian gangsters in New York, when he realized his son's foolish actions, he couldn't hide his fear. After explaining to the stupid son that it poked at the #1 killer in the world, Vigo calls John Wick in hopes of persuading him to give up on revenge. But John coldly refused. This incident forced Vigo to send a team of 12 people to John's house to take care of John, but John alone filled them all with copper candy. Vigo then offered a $2 million reward to whoever kills John Wick, and John quickly took shelter at the Continental Hotel. There he met Winston, the hotel owner. And knowing that Yosef Tarasov is hiding in the Red Circle nightclub, John Wick goes there and searches for Yosef Tarasov but let him escape. He returned to the Continental Hotel to treat his wound. After the bloody fight, then while John Wick was sleeping, a female assassin named Perkins braked into the room to kill him despite the hotel's rules. Marcus, an old friend of John Wick, signaled John to wake up and get out of danger. After restraining and greeting Perkins, he knew Vigo had hidden all the dirty money under a church and left Perkins in the care of Harry by another assassin. John found the church and burned it all, turning mountains of money and important documents of Vigo to ashes. Vigo knows about it, immediately present with his people, but didn't know that John had already ambushed. After the fierce fighting, John Wick has been arrested. Vigo orders his men to kill John and leave. But once again John Wick is saved by Marcus. After escaping, John chased and controlled Vigo, force him to reveal his son's whereabouts. John finds the place and kills Yosef. Complete revenge. Meanwhile, Perkins at the Continental Hotel killed Harry and escaped. She told Vigo. Marcus hated John Wick while he made a deal with Vigo. And now we'll kill the main character. Vigo sent someone to capture Marcus and kill him. Then call John Wick to report the incident to lure you to Perkins' trap. However, the assassin girl was ordered to be shot by Winston because she broke the rules when killing Harry in the hotel premises. Winston then informed John that she's on her way to escape by helicopter. He drove to the harbor where the boss was about to flee and killed the last of his subordinates. In the end, only John Wick and Vigo remained. The two had a fierce duel in the rain. After a while of fighting, John was stabbed in the stomach by Vigo. But he continued to fight and defeated Vigo. On the way home, John stopped at a veterinary clinic to bandage his wound and bring home a new companion, a black pit bull. Connect the events that happened in the first part. John Wick 2 begins with John searching for his Mustang. Currently located in the territory of Abram Tarasov, brother of Vigo. John defeated all of Abram Tarasov's subordinates. In the fierce battle, the Mustang was crushed. John then ended his feud with the Tarasovs. After spared Abram, he returned home and buried the weapons on the floor again. Then John delivered the Mustang to Aurelio for a repair. Thoughts. John can return to a peaceful life. But this world is the world of hunters. When the smell of blood rises a lot, the other sharks will immediately sniff and count. That very night, John Wick received a sudden visit from Santino D'Antonio, an Italian crime boss. We know that to complete the impossible quest to help him leave the world of assassins, John had to ask for help from Santino and make a blood oath. This is an object shaped like a medal. Contains blood fingerprints of the debtor. Considered as the common contract of the underworld. When requested, the debtor will have to do everything to return the creditor's favor. Failure to do so will result in death according to the law of the high table. Santino used his blood seal to ask John to do a favor for him. But John refused with the reason that he had quit his job. Santino then destroys John's house with a grenade launcher. This time the pit bull was lucky to survive. John and his dog go to the Continental Hotel in New York. Winston reminded John of two principles that cannot be broken. The first is not to kill in the Continental. And the second is not to refuse the blood seal request. John then agreed to go to Santino to accept the quest. Santino wants John to kill his sister Gianna, so that he can replace his sister in power on the Supreme Council. Santino also did not forget to send Ares. Female bodyguard follows to monitor John. John Wick flew to Italy and stayed at the Continental Hotel in Rome. This is where Gianna works. John infiltrates one of Gianna's parties and facing death, Gianna chose to commit suicide by cutting her wrists. But John still shot her in the head. Consider it to complete the quest with the Oath of Blood Seal. While leaving, John was ambushed by Santino's subordinates. They want to kill you to close the clue. John destroys most of them. Then he was chased by Cassian, Gianna's bodyguard. The two fight until they fall into the Continental Hotel in Rome. And just like the Continental Hotel in New York, the rule of no killing on hotel premises also applies here. Both of them drink together. And Cassian swore to avenge Gianna.
An eye for an eye, John.
John Wick returns to New York. Santino used the excuse of wanting to avenge his sister. Offer $7 million to anyone who kills John, leading to a series of assassins chasing John. Once again, John Wick confronts Cassian again inside a subway car. John Wick has won. He left Cassian there without killing. Because of the respect between the two assassins, wounded and desperate, John goes to the underworld crime boss the Bowery King for help. Pity about the Bowery King part. And what surrounds the old man is still a mystery. In the movie we know that he is the head of the soup kitchen, and always loved to play the classic way. Doves exchange information. The soup kitchen looks like a group of beggars. But it's actually an underground criminal organization operating underground. With a large number of beggars. Those who wanted to make eyes and ears in the city. The Beggar King has established a network of data people and great intelligence all over New York. Use pigeons to spread the news all over New York. without using internet or phone. The network of the Beggar King is untraceable. At the request of John, the Beggar King heals his wounds and shows him where Santino is. John kills all of Santino's subordinates and take down Santino's bodyguard Ares in a knife fight. Santino ran to the Continental Hotel. Know that the hotel's no-kill law will protect you. Despite Winston's warning, John Wick still shoots Santino in the hotel. Tomorrow. Winston said that John broke Continental rules. So he got his membership cancelled, and the underworld no longer recognizes him. High Table Supreme Council doubled the bounty for killing John, and John will be assassinated all over the world. Winston helps John delay an hour to run away, before the order of his expulsion officially took effect. At the same time, give me a blood seal so I can find help in the future. John Wick claims that, I'm ready to kill anyone who wants to take my life.
Whoever comes, whoever it is, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all.
Later, he and his dog Pitbull ran as fast as they could through a park, where so many phones around him ring, signaling that the chase in John Wick 3 is about to begin. 20 minutes before the official death order takes effect, John Wick goes to the New York Library to get the bracelet of the cross and the blood seal hidden in a book. Here, he meets Ernest, an assassin who used to be friends and now want to take his life. After a few moves, he was defeated by Ernest's huge body. John quickly regained his spirit and finish him off with a book. After the battle, injured John has to find a doctor serving in the underworld. Get help. John was forced to shoot him 2 bullets to avoid him getting into trouble with the council, then leave the doctor's house. John Wick's run has officially begun. Immediately after the death order took effect, John knows to confront a gang of Chinese assassins at a weapons store, and then an Italian gang. John continues to show superior fighting skills in knife and bare-handed battles. After handling all, John Wick jumps on the black horse and runs away. Events become more difficult. Raised his bounty for life to $15 million. The whole assassin world is boiling, and John Wick, after carrying the blood seal and cross to meet the director, the boss lady heads an assassin training center disguised as a theater. Here, John used the last favor the director owed him. In exchange for one, please go to Casablanca.
Where did you want to go?
Casablanca.
You'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
This is not Casablanca. It's Casablanca. Meanwhile, a very cool female character appeared, bringing the seal of the judge to meet Winston and accuse him of helping John Wick. This action caused Winston to be forced to leave the management position at Continental New York within 7 days. The judge then also went to see the Beggar King and force him to abdicate for indirectly helping John Wick kill Santino. About John Wick. He went to Casablanca and meet Sofia, an old friend and manager of Continental Casablanca. John gives the blood seal, with Sofia's request to take him to meet her old boss Beretta. John asked Beretta how he could meet the elder High Table moderator, hoping to convince him to withdraw his expulsion. Beretta told him that he has to cross the desert and follow the stars until you can't go on. At that time, Elder will find you. After giving vague instructions, Beretta demanded compensation with one of Sofia's 2 dogs, and was rejected by her. Kenny then jettisoned it. Beretta shot the dog, an act that never brings good results in the world of John Wick. Fortunately, this dog is already wearing a bulletproof vest. This action made Sofia extremely angry.
Oh shit, here we go again.
She shot back at Beretta and started a war. Final. 2 people escape. Sofia takes John to the desert to fulfill the oath of blood seal and farewell from here. John set out into the desert at the word of Beretta. He walked along the dunes until the sun goes down, then he kept going until he fell down. At the same time, the judge goes to recruit a ninja assassin named Zero and his students to punish all those associated with John Wick. The first person found is director. She recited the oath of the Vespa Roma clan with the High Table and received a sword through 2 hands. About Beggar King, because he did not agree to abdicate, he received 7 sword blows. As for Winston, he also refused to leave the management seat of Continental. Right now in the desert, John wakes up in the Elder's hut. He gives you 2 options. One is to die here immediately. Second, you will have to return to be an assassin serving High Table for the rest of your life. All you have to do is kill Winston. John agrees. Pledge by chopping off his wedding ring finger and give the ring to the Elder. John Wick returns to New York and confronts Zero's group, then chase each other to the gate of the Continental Hotel. Just when Zero was about to swing his knife to finish John, Karen appeared like a god that said, Due to the expulsion order has been withdrawn, John is protected by a non-killing object within the hotel premises, so Zero can't take action. Choose to meet Winston again at Continental. Winston says he knows John is here to kill him. But he has a better plan. He convinced that if John pulls the trigger he will sell his soul. For the rest of his life, just a tool for High Table. But if, according to his plan, he can hold his head high and fight against the council, to finally die as a man his wife loved. Just then the judge came to see Winston resign. But you can't see Winston's resignation. John Wick also refuses to kill Winston, as per her suggestion. Looks like our gentlemen don't know what terrible consequences to reject a girl. According to the true quality of Gypsy, the judge picks up the phone. Declare the Continental Hotel has been expelled. Now there are no more laws to protect the people in the hotel. High Table will soon send someone to deal with those who dare to rebel. That moment, Winston leads John Wick and Karen into an armory full of guns. Prepare for the bloody war that beckons. The consecutive attacks coming from High Table. Later, both are stopped by John Wick and Karen. John shows amazing fighting ability and concentration when alone. Kill dozens of assassins equipped with full options. Noticing the rapidly deteriorating situation, the judge must call Winston to request a reconciliation treaty. That moment, John Wick goes to the final fierce battle, facing Zero and his two disciples in a mirror room. After defeating Zero's apprentice and defeating him, John Wick is almost completely exhausted. He returned to see Winston. At this moment, he and the judge are negotiating a settlement agreement on the roof. When John Wick arrives, the judge declares that he will restore the Continental in the position of the hotel owner. Exchange back. Winston must personally punish his friend. He agrees, and shooting John made him fall from the roof of the hotel. The judge expressed satisfaction and left. But after that, she turned around and informed Winston that John was gone. And he's still a threat to both of them. Then at the end of the movie, we see John Wick in a mortally wounded state taken to the Beggar King. He mentioned a future revenge. And John agrees. Open up the future with battles that are expected to be extremely bloody. Just finished is all about the 3 John Wick movies. Recently, Part 4 has just been confirmed to officially start filming. In the near future, we will continuously update the news surrounding this movie as well as the world of John Wick. So please look forward to our videos in the future. And now thanks for watching. Goodbye and see you again.